exciting stuff will be happening within Polygon MATIC in the coming days and in the future. But this is one of the cryptos that, is on my short list of biggest potentialities, I guess you would say, within moving if we get into this next altcoin season. Looking for this Bitcoin rally where we've hit all-time highs to really trigger some of these cryptos to make bigger, broader moves. But we are still kind of laying flat. I think MATIC, for one, is kind of suppressed right now. So I do want to get into some of that, as well as the big news. This is where we are changing the name. So I want to get into some of that, how that's going to work for you guys as you hold, and what to expect. So I did a video on that. I think that's something that's going to be addressed a little bit closer to the deadline. But for the majority of you guys out there that do hold MATIC, when that name change does go down and switches to the POL token, it's something where I think that the majority of the transition will be just automatic. So I want to touch upon that. And then, like I said, more details will be announced as we get closer to that day. All right, but let's get down into the news. And I want to pull up kind of the overall market first off before we start talking some MATIC. But guys, remember, subscribe if you haven't done so. Really appreciate you guys returning. I did a Polygon MATIC video, and it's been a while, but for some reason, nobody likes to cover MATIC on YouTube. I just don't understand it. It's one of those cryptos that kind of everybody knows about, everybody believes in it, and it just hasn't really got any traction in terms of retail side of the game. So I'm going to continue to cover it, though. So if you do like MATIC Talk, make sure you guys subscribe down below, like I said. And let's get into the crypto bubbles, which I do want to share with you, though. This is not financial advice, so always do your own homework and due diligence. But as we look into the chart, you can see MATIC down 1.4%. We look at some of the big movers. Quite frankly, there's really none. Caspa up another 5.1%. That's kind of outstanding. But MATIC is down 25% on the year. And as we currently stand, we are in that 21st spot, still in the top 25 in total market cap. All right, Bitcoin, you can see up basically 0.4%, a little bit flat on the day for them. And Ethereum, since selling off from 70K when we did brush that very, very briefly. But Bitcoin, deny it all you want, but still up 127% on the year. Okay, but the actual MATIC chart, if you guys want to look a little deeper into it, we were talking a lot about MATIC at all-time highs, but in terms of actually in the last year or so, this is where MATIC was hitting about $1.30, got as high as $1.54. This is where, if you look at the floor for MATIC, let me just make it known for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the absolute, in terms of, my analysis from the chart. It's not financial advice, but if I was going to bet on MATIC having a floor, this would be where it would be. So, yes, do I foresee some sell the news kind of events going on when we do get that name change? Sure. Do I see this as possibly being some FUD, some rebranding, where we are seeing MATIC fall, where we had, since been in this time period here, where I'll zoom in for you guys. Okay, this was just back in March. Polygon MATIC was on March 14th, was trading hands at about $1.28. And since then, we are down now to roughly 50 cents, a little bit over that 51.5 if you want to be precise. But we still have flash momentum down. But I got to be honest, if you're going to believe in MATIC, I'm going to wait until my trading indicator flashes momentum up once more, get out of this falling action. And I do think that we are going to bounce off that blue line. We've done it over the time period of the last 2 years. It's been pretty much solid, and you can't deny kind of some of these data points, right? If it's happened these 3 times here, it's going to happen again. That's usually how crypto behaves when it's programmed. And you can see what I'm talking about when I tell you this will be the 4th time where we go boom. So that's going to form the W. We all know how that works. And I think this is where we look for a little bit of the, maybe the manipulation that's going down. But 2024, I'm not worried about it. I think that we're going to get a huge push come election time. That's just my personal thoughts, and this is how I view MATIC on the chart. So that's my quick rundown, but I do want to touch upon some of the news that's going down. We have AgLayer uniting with MoveVM in the EVM worlds, okay, with the Movement Labs integration. This is a little techie, guys. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a blockchain nerd or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to give you guys kind of the bullet points, and if you want to know more, you can do a little deeper dive. All right, but they're making their first moment a move-based network, leveraging the AgLayer's capabilities. This is a huge rebranding on September 4th that's going to tie into this where, like we talked about, it's going to change MATIC to POL. And that will be the rebranding of its native token. And then the second headline, like I said, the ag layer successfully integrating into Movement Labs in their Move VM based layer 2. So that's where it's going to help with the compatibility when they develop code, efficiency, security, as always. Seems like anytime we get some kind of techie blockchain update, it's always just the same stuff. So I don't like to talk about it too much because I'm sure as you guys watch these videos, you get kind of, sick of it. I get blue in the face, but it's the same thing. Everybody's just trying to evolve, get better with interoperability, compatibility, scaling, efficiency, security. It's always those 5 things, just cheaper, faster, smarter, right? It's the same stuff day in and day out. But that's what we're doing within the ag layer. But the biggest thing right now, too, that I want to talk about is this move to POL. You can see right now in the long term, the current community, all right, consensus proposed that the POL will support broader roles within the Polygon staking hub that will be coming in 2025. Block generation, zero knowledge proof generation, and participation in data availability committees. Okay, so that's what happened. That's where the votes were in, and now they're going to rebrand to the POL. You can read more about the short-term and long-term use, like I said. But the big thing right now is this is for a lot of the proof of stake, protocol rewards and transaction fees are going to be in POL token or POL coins, I should say, and that means that every single transaction that will take place on the Polygon POS starting on 9/4 will use I don't know if it's going to be called the POL or the POL. That's yet to be determined, but POL as a native gas token. All right. And I know some people were kind of messaging me, leaving comments. How will this affect me and my MATIC tokens right now? It's from my understanding, it's just going to happen naturally. I think a lot of people are concerned about stuff that they have kind of not in I guess you say, a straightforward place. And I do want to kind of pull something up for you guys because I did read something. What you would have to do is, first and foremost, you have to be smart. Okay, you have to be smart. If somebody's contacting you and saying they're from Poly, I never believe that. Right, 99.9% of the time it's a scam. Make damn sure when if you guys do anything with your Polygon MATIC tokens that it's the right thing to do. So you want to go on their website. You want to check out what's going on. That's where, like I said, POL will replace MATIC as the gas and staking token, and that will have their biggest effect within that ag layer. But what you have to do is if you hold MATIC on Polygon POS, you won't have to do anything. Okay, this is where I wanted to give you this update. If you hold MATIC on Ethereum, Polygon's ZK EVM, and I'll pull this up so you guys can see, okay, so you guys can read along. On the ZK, the virtual machine, and in the central exchanges, you may have to migrate, okay? So that's how you have to look for communication from third parties, but this is where you have to be sure. MATIC stakers and delegators on Ethereum, no action, okay? Testnet migration went live on July 17th, okay? And that's kind of what we have going on. So we all know about the upgrade. This will be a link, all right, coming out of polygon.technology that I'm going to put into your description down below. So if you guys want to find out and do some more research into this, I'll have a link down below for that. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Like I said, we're going to be covering this all the way up through September 4th and quite frankly, all the way through the run that Polygon will be on. So appreciate you guys. Like I said, subscribe down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.